When it comes to this subject, I'm talking about incest here, then probably everybody could open a lengthy discussion about it. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it harmful? Is it not? Whatever. I'm not gonna do that here. But fact is, certain hentai use that fantasy, and this one would be an example. Let's check it out. GENKAKU no SENSEI ga AHEBOTOCHI, and I will never say that title again, tells the story of a young man called Kazama. He has an older sister, and the story starts with him still in his childhood and his sister, called Rin, in her teens. Time skip happens and now he is in his teens and she is a teacher, still in the same school. Being in love with Rin, he sends her a love letter which she destroys in class in front of everybody. Hurt by that, he goes to the school nurse called Hazuki, basically wanting some advice, and she gives him, let's say, the proper medication. This leads him to have the power to just touch a woman, and she orgasms almost immediately. Yeah, I want that power too. Rin comes in and that leads to her being raped by Kazama and blackmailed by Hazuki. And now the deal they made begins with Kazama trying to make Rin fall in love with him within 10 days. Let's say the story is actually okay. In the first episode we get to see what I described to you. This actually would be a standard and almost boring idea if the producers didn't include the 10-day deal the characters make. Yes, blackmails happen sometimes in hentai, but not necessarily in this way. So it was actually nice to see the idea. In the second episode the countdown starts, but it all comes down to basically forcing Rin to fall for Kazama. Yeah, forcing her, which means raping her. And that is actually a shame, because they missed a nice chance here to be more out of the norm by really trying to make Rin fall for Kazama with different tactics where maybe the love grows or something and Rin in the end loses. But the forced stuff loses its impact here because Rin was already in love with Kazama before, therefore forcing the love with rape wasn't necessary. Especially when in the end Kazama gets both ladies anyway without the deadline being even met. Therefore the whole idea loses its meaning. But hey, maybe I'm just thinking too hard on this one. This is just an hentai, right? Still, it's a missed opportunity. The animation and design are way beneath the likes of Discipline or Bible Black, but it's still easily above average and consistent at that in every way possible. It's bright and the expressions work very well, even though Kazama looks a bit like a douche. But whatever. Especially episode 2 just consists of the fun, even with pregnant women in the end. And well, maybe taking the pregnant part out, it had some nice scenes. Yes, rape is in here, but nothing else beyond that. Only a very few repeated scenes, but overall it stays frame by frame, therefore it flows well. Everything together with the above average music, I would say this one may be worth your time. The designs are not for everybody, but if it is yours, then here you go.